Hi, bestie. Today I am sharing one habit that has totally transformed my life. It is not a fancy morning routine or a productivity hack. It is one thing that if you stick with it consistently, it will change your life for the better. So, this one habit that I want to talk about is intentional journaling. Yes, it is simple, it is powerful, but if you give it a chance, it will change your life forever. So, why did I start doing journaling? I started doing journaling long time ago. I was still in varsity. I think it was after I lost my father, and I would be lonely, and then I would just write down my emotions. How do I feel, and whatever that is happening in my mind, because I used to be extremely shy and I did not really like. I used to write my feelings down, and I remember this other time after varsity. I was working at this time and I was really broke, and then I went to my friend and then I asked her to borrow me some money, which was fine. She gave me the money, and then I heard from another mutual friend that she had told her that I have fallen. I'm so broke now. I'm always borrowing money from her. I can't even afford to do my nails, even though previously I was able to do my nails 2 times a month. I was so humiliated. I was so embarrassed. And that is the day where it was really solidified that it is better to vent in your book or in your notes app than to vent to other people. Also, I think you cannot expect other people to keep your secrets if you can't keep them within yourself. So stop giving people the burden of keeping your stories with them. Rather write them down in a place that is sacred to you, so that you can always go back and see how are you doing. Okay, so let's talk about how do you do journaling. There's so many ways I use this, but I think what is different right now is that I do it intentionally. So I don't just write for the sake of doing it. I become present. I make sure that I pour my heart out. And what I love about the note app is that there's also an option to lock it. So if you don't want your journal to get to the hands of people who are nosy, who are going to use the things that you write against you, you can always lock it. So the first thing that I would suggest that you do when it comes to journaling is to write gratitude letters, or just gratitude list. So you can list everything and anything that you are grateful for. And also what you can do is you can write maybe a gratitude letter to your younger self, thanking her for the strength, for carrying you, for the things that they went through and still survived, for being there for you. Everything that your inner child or your younger self has done for you, you can write it down in a journal. You can even write a journal to your future self and say, hey, this is me, this is the day, and this is what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that one day you'll look back at this and be proud of me. This is an idea that I got from one of those funny movies. I'm not sure if it was Friends or if it was How I Met Your Mother, but one of them. So it was really fun for me to just write a letter to my future self. So what I like also about journaling is that it does not have to be professional. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just write what is in your heart. Pour out your heart. And then the last way that I love to use journaling for is doing the journaling prompts. So whatever that I'm dealing with, let's say for example I'm dealing with anger and I can't really process my emotions, I get journaling prompts a lot from Pinterest. So just type the journaling prompts for whatever that you're going through, whether it is love, gratitude, or anger, or maybe suppressed emotions. It will give you questions that you can answer. For example, what triggered you to have that anger, and what did this person do to make you angry, and what emotions from the past does this bring to you. I think actually it really helped me the other time. I was facing jealousy. I know it's really difficult to admit to this, but there was this lady that I found myself jealous of, and then I had to dig deep and find out why do I feel this emotion about this person, and it really helped me. And jealousy can be shameful, but it is okay to be jealous sometimes, as long as you face it, as long as you don't deny it to yourself, as long as you do something to work on it. Okay. So, why does journaling work? I think it works because, first of all, like I said, when you are journaling, you are focusing on faith and not fear. Second of all, when you journal and write things down, you get more clarity. What I've noticed with myself is that when I have problems, I tend to exaggerate. Like if someone is pissing me off, I would write down with anger that this person did blah, 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 blah. But when you read it, you realize that, oh, maybe I am exaggerating. Maybe it's not as bad as I make it to be. And also what I love about journaling is every time I journal about something that is troubling me, my mind always finds solutions for that. So if I'm complaining maybe that my day was really bad, after writing that, my brain would ask me, okay, how can we prevent this from happening again? How can we do things better next time? What do we feel about how we reacted, and how can we change that going forward? And like those sorts of solutions. So what I love also about journaling is that it helps you to be hyper aware, because being aware, I think it is the most important part for healing. It helps you to know where you are going wrong, where you are going right, what are your mistakes, and then you can reflect back on that and change what needs to be changed. And for me, another reason why I started journaling was because I was once involved with someone who was very manipulative and gaslighting me all the time, and I would end up questioning myself, thinking that I'm crazy, thinking, did this really happen? So then I started a habit of just writing down how I am feeling on a daily basis. So before I sleep, I'll just write down, this is how I am feeling because he said ABC. And even though I wouldn't show that to him, but for me, it helped me to keep my sanity. It helped me to trust myself more. It helped me to also rely on my intuition and know that this person is really not right for me, which I eventually moved out of that relationship. And then the last one that I want to talk about is, recently I had a fight with my son. He did something that I didn't like, and then I ended up shouting at him. And then after that, I was really sad. I was crushed, like I wanted to cry. And then I wrote it down on my journal. And then it gave me clarity that even though he has hit me with what he had done, it was not just about me. So I had to get clarity. I had to have clarity in my mind that maybe he was tired, maybe he was bored, whatever it is, but it was not only about me. And also it was not just about what he had done, but also it was how it made me feel. What triggers did he touch from my past? And it also showed me, where do I still need to do more healing in myself, and who do I still need to forgive, and things like that. So journaling will really help to change your life. And there's a quote that I really love that says that you need to learn to build in silence. For me, I love sharing. In fact, I used to be the queen of oversharing, especially on WhatsApp. If something amazing happens, I would run straight to WhatsApp to write my status there and share with my people. And I know very well that not everyone likes me. I know that not everyone who smiles at me is my friend, but I would still do that. So what journaling has also helped me to do is, every time I feel the urge to go and write something on the status, I would write it down. And it has also showed me that I had a lot of people pleasing tendencies, which are areas that I had to work on and deal with and find out, where is it coming from? Why do I feel the need to overshare? Why do I need people to maybe like me or to have this perception about me? Why do I feel the need to control people's narrative about me? So journaling will help you to be aware. It will make things clear. It will give you clarity. It will help you to look back, and it also helps to track your progress. So let's say you're really angry, and then this is how you react. You write that down, that I'm angry because of ABC, and then this is how I'm reacting. You will see that maybe after 6 months time, you get a similar trigger. You react differently. So when you look back, you see that you have actually grown, and some of the growth is not tangible, some of the growth is not known to everyone around us, but you know where you've been, how you have healed, and that will help you to keep going. It will motivate you to also just keep going. You'll see that your mindset is no longer the same. It has shifted in a good way. So there's so many habits out there that we get bombarded by on the internet, and I feel like if there was only one habit that I had to choose, that you can choose, that is easy, that does not take a lot of your time, that is going to transform your life for real, it would be definitely intentional journaling. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? And don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Have a day as beautiful as you are. I love you. Goodbye.